Okay. Um, Hello. Mainly today, I want to talk about the developer note, apparently number 9. There's a lot of good stuff, a lot of okay stuff, and yeah, so I'm just going to dive right into it. Okay, cool. The sound's not all the way noisy in the background. First thing is the fruits. The whole thing on the fruits being free depending on whatever day it is. So, uh, I don't really care either way towards that. Doesn't really affect me too much because I don't use fruits that often. Second thing, EXP and gold event with those events up or the rate up. They're gonna do it at Pacific times and Pacific areas. I don't know how I feel about that. I kind of liked it better when they had it, for however X amount of time for the longest time. I think doing this prevents them ever having those events for extended periods of time anymore, and it completely gets rid of them doing that event. So I don't know how I feel about that. It's good in general, but if you want to farm whatever area that you're already farming, I guess you would only be able to farm that for the bonus EXP at certain times. So if you need to do farming at a certain time, it ends up routing it back to whatever area more than likely that they have at a certain time rather than the area that you're trying to farm. And I don't know if that's contradictory. Also, they have the um, upgrade gem discount event and free unequipped event and free entry to Tower of Ascension. So those are going to be daily events, which is good. Once again, I think I already assume that some people are going to be salty if it's like during a certain time and they can't be on during that time, which would be a bummer. Wow, I think I had a misfunction in my game earlier. Clicked one of the buttons or something. Oh, I don't even want to do it. Last time I did it, my whole game froze and I couldn't do anything. But basically, what I did was press this button, went to settings, and everything just cut it out on me. I don't even want to do it. Um, Plus it's not even the right language. I'm tempted to do it, but I don't feel like closing out my game. Um, Also, the very big thing that I think is going to be one of the coolest things that they're going to add, or coolest things that they're going to be add. It's the meat and the potatoes of this. But I think it also has, something else that's this helps out this company in itself because people are whining whenever it's pay to win or whatever. But they need to do something. But this is also good for just anybody and everybody in general if they happen to get it, which is hero festivals and rebirth festivals. Um, Basically, there's going to be a time every month for a limited amount of time that all 5 stars are going to be uh, increased have an increased chance of getting them. But the other side of it is that there's going to be a limited 5-star Astromon during those times that you can also get, which would be nice as well. But it's kind of reminding me of like not literally, but possibly metaphorically speaking, of the capture events. But the only difference is that it's with gems, but that's a limited resource. So I don't know how I feel about that. But the rebirth as well. The 1 5-star can only be summoned during these hero festival events. Appear every hero festival, but I don't know what's going on with the hero festival. It's probably that new demon looking 5-star Astromon, which would be sweet, but you can only get it during those times. Which I think it might be counterproductive because then people are not using gems; they're only using their gems during those set times. So it's almost like a good idea on paper, but it might not be a good idea in actuality. And then the 4-star rebirth thing, you basically put three or four, what's it, random 4-star Astromon, you get a new one. It'd be even cooler if it could be light or dark, but who knows? Fair play, improvement to encourage fair play. People were messing up the system in the first place, so I think it's good that they added that. And like, I don't know if anyone knows who GG is, but there's a time he was just getting attacked by the other people rather than uh, him making progress in the upper tiers, resulting in people who are not in the same clan to spend like way more gems just to do the same progress because they're headhunting basically. If they would have been doing that in the first place, playing how, but hey, and hopefully no one gets this mistaken. It's only going to end up basically being for the higher ranked people rather than the lower ranked people. So it's not applying to everybody, and I'm assuming they're going to tweak whatever um, number of people or rank that they need to, whether if even if it might be like Masters 1 or Masters 2 or some ever variation of it is at that certain point you can only uh or you can't keep doing the refresh thing. So we'll see how that turns out. Hopefully that ends up working out for the better. The only hard part of that is picking just the right rank for the number of people who are at top or doing that to cut that out, nip it in the butt. Catch improve event improvement. I don't really get that. They're I understand too difficult for some, too easy for others. So they're working on either sharply introduce, increasing the rate, but we'll see what goes on with that encounter rate. What are they changing the stats? We are planning to lower the grade of the Ashmont to 2 to 3-star rather than 3.5 to 4.5. Dang. So it's going to be worse Astron for those events. It's kind of cruddy. So, basically any time that we're going to get one of these events, it's going to be worse. Going to be worse Astromon, the actual capturing. Well, now we know every capture event monster that's not like actually for the fusing process is going to be not worth keeping for the most part. Well, I guess that's something I just wanted to go over, uh, and possibly see other people's opinions of it. So yeah.